Good evening, respected past presidents of BCAS, past president of ICI, Shri N.P. Sada sir, outgoing president Abhay, my OB colleagues Chirag, Anand, Kinjal, Zubin, managing committee members, seniors, distinguished invitees from the sister organizations, press, core group members, friends, ladies and gentlemen. As I stand here today, what resonates in my mind is this incredible, defining journey at the BCAS. For it has not only shaped my thinking, but also life over the last several years that I have been associated with. What an awesome institution this is, isn't it? How do you describe it? Perhaps words from an ordinary mortal like me may not be able to adequately express the sentiments of appreciation and gratitude I have. And I'm afraid I have to borrow from a literary genius like Shakespeare to describe it the way he described Cleopatra. He said, age cannot wither her, nor can custom stale her infinite variety of charm, while others claw the hungers they she feeds where she is most hungered. You can see how aptly this description can be verbatim fitted to the BCAS. While there are institutions where people covet and yearn for the positions, here is one institution that can pick up even an ordinary soul and convert him into a leadership position just by its traditions, values, business ethics, and code of conduct. This, I believe, is the greatest hallmark of any institution. Samuel Johnson, a prolific English writer and a father of modern day English as we speak and write today, once said, knowledge is of two types. One, you know the subject yourself. And other, you know the source, you know the people who have it. Admitting candidly how little I know by myself, I'm going to draw heavily from this collective pool of knowledge that BCAS has. And I draw my comfort from the epitaph inscribed on Sir Andrew Carnegie's grave, where it's mentioned that here lies a man who knew how to work and learn from the people who were far more capable and knowledgeable than he was. I'm deeply aware how eager each member here at the BCAS is to share his knowledge, his expertise with his fellow beings, with his friends, with the society at large. And this is something which I've personally come to respect BCAS about. Because over these years, I have learned so much from my friends, colleagues, predecessors, which has helped me widen my canvas, open my mind to the possibilities I did not see earlier, and help me shift the paradigm to view things differently. This has been a journey of sheer delight. No wonder William Blake said, knowledge is an eternal delight. Before I share my theme for the year, let me share my journey at the BCAS briefly. Though I had been a member for long, my active association with BCAS started only when I enrolled for a leadership camp organized by the HRD committee. Soon that one-time association became an onward journey. But trust me, never once did I aspire nor dreamt that one day this great institution will catapult me to the position of the president, the position which was once held by my seniors like Chinubhai Choksi, Bomancha Pariwala, N.V. Iyer, Ratan Shah Damanwala, all past presidents of BCAS and also partners at my alma mater, C.C. Choksi and Company. I'm deeply thankful for all those who have made this journey possible. I thank and remember my late parents who would have been very happy to see me here. But I thank them more for the right value system that they gave me, because it syncs so well with the value system that the BCS has. I thank late Shri Pradeep Bhai Shah for actually demonstrating what an ethical and humane leadership stands for. Thank you, Pradeep Bhai. I'm quite sure you're very happy, but this is really helping me in life. Thank you, Avni, my wife, for your rock-solid support in this journey. Thank you, CA Amrish Mehta, my brother-in-law, for your continuous counseling right from my college days. Thank you, Devang, my senior colleague at work, to have taken over a lot of responsibilities at work while I was at BCS. Thank you, all my immediate past presidents, Abhay, Suhas, Manish, Sunil, Narayan, to have mentored me to take up these challenges. Thank you, HRD committee, with which I share a deep connect, and its past chairman, Rajesh Muni, Mayur Nayak, Nitin Shingala, to have groomed me to traverse this journey smoothly. And there is one person I cannot thank enough. He is the person because of whom I passed my CA exams. And I'm quite sure there are thousands of chartered accountants in Mumbai who would owe this one man a gratitude for their having cleared these exams. Ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it right. I'm referring to none other than our beloved, adorable, one and only Shri N.P. Sada sir. Sir, but for your standard costing and holding company lessons, I don't think so. As an average student, I would have ever cleared these exams. As a token of gratitude, I can only express myself by way of this Sanskrit Shubhashita, which says, Na Guru Radhikam Tattva, Na Guru Radhika Tapa, Tattva Jnana Tapa Manasti, Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama. So thank you for contributing in my life. Let me now turn to my theme for the year. Benjamin Franklin once said that it is so simple to be effective, but so difficult to be simple. Hence, in deciding the theme for the year, I have tried to keep things simple by focusing on some systemic improvements. So much has been done by my predecessors that it would not be right for me to turn the wheel back on time and reinvent it. Hence, I have decided to continue with many of these initiatives with renewed vigor, ease, and simplicity to be more effective. Last year, under Abhay's able leadership, number of initiatives were taken. In fact, they were path-breaking. Many of these initiatives will have a positively transformational effect in the next coming years. Most relate to technology adoption and syncing the trajectory of plans in tune with requirements of current time. I have decided to continue with many of these initiatives and have integrated them in my theme. So with this preamble, ladies and gentlemen, may I have a pleasure and privilege to unveil my theme for the year. It is named as ease. Ease is making things comfortable, remove the impediments, remove the objections that could have been there, or how to do things more conveniently. So the whole theme revolves around how to achieve the objectives laid down in the plan with ease. So what are the areas of ease that we are looking at? Ease also is an acronym of something which I will deal with it last. But ease, which is being projected to achieve, is in access to knowledge, access of embracing emerging opportunities, access of ease of networking and reach, and ease of reskilling. So these are the 4 areas that we have identified. What are the areas of ease for access of knowledge? So we are going to continue with this hybrid programs, because one of the great advantages is that we are really able to give opportunities to the great towns, people who are outside Bombay, distant suburbs. They all are getting enrolled for a cause, and this is a big thing because that's what directly syncs with the objectives of the BCAS, to impart education in the right way to as many people as possible. We are expanding the technology footprints through podcast, videos, promotion of archived programs. We have a software called Courseplay, which you can actually, resell the programs which have been conducted in a capsulated form. So we're going to really refocus on that. And cataloging the library. This is one of my pet projects because we have so many books, but so fewer readers. Now, how do we really make that popular? How do we kind of have an intelligent archiving as well as access to this library? So this is going to be one of the projects. And how do we also have lots of international magazines covered in this library to see that there is, a widening of our knowledge base. Ease of embracing emerging opportunities. Well, we're going to have the lecture meetings and workshop on data analytics, blockchains. These are all the subjects which are going to have tremendous importance in the coming years. There are a lot of things happening in the finance and capital markets, and we as chartered accountants need not only now be focused on the audit and tax, but there are definitely opportunities outside on the other areas. So there is this foreign trade policies, customs, family office is one big area where there could be opportunities, gift city valuations, and there are quite some areas even in the direct and indirect taxes. So we are going to explore that, and I'll deal with that a little later, but this is an area of focus. Ease of working and reach. I think this is one of the biggest advantage of being in the BCAS, because then you network with people who are top class. And how do we give this opportunity? So expanding the geographical reach by collaborating with the local associations, and believe me, in last 1 or 2 years, wherever I've gone, I've got such warmth from these smaller towns, cities, and associations who want to expand their reach. So we are definitely going to go ahead and get that opportunity and have these synergies with the smaller towns. Felicitation of new chartered accountants. Best ideas come from these young minds. They are brilliant, and we want to enroll them. So we are going to felicitate them. We are going to kind of enroll them for the cause and provoke them to give their ideas so that we can have 5-year-old forward vision. Mobile app, we are almost through now with the final thing. So with the mobile group, there will be captive groups, and that will give an opportunity of networking. How do we reach BCAS? So website is your front face, and we are completely revamping the website. So, and also going to introduce the search engine optimizations, SEO as it is called, to see that it comes in some of the first few searches. So that's the work that is going on. We are going to have a thrust on that. Active social media campaigning. I have to really congratulate these three young people, our team, Chirag, Anand, and Kinjal, to really have actively worked upon this. They have enrolled other younger members, and they are doing a fantastic work on social media. I believe we already have about 60,000, 40,000 people on the social media, and we have a very ambitious target, which I was discussing with Amit Patel, who is the chairman of this technology committee, that why can't we have, at least 500,000, and what do we do to do this? So let's try. If Modi ji can say 5 trillion, we can say 5 million. Okay, we are also going to focus on the students program and the young CAs so that they get interested in. Reskilling is one of the key areas, because there are a lot of people, we have found that they are finding themselves little outdated and aloof, and they are then not able to participate. So how do we kind of enroll them? So we are reinitiating the professional accounting courses, because these are the people who were on a sabbatical, they were on the maternity leave, they were all outside India, and they want to come and be in the mainstream. So we are providing this platform, and we have a very ready platform, thanks to the foresight of my predecessors. So we are going to reactivate that. We have this program on soft skills, which is again a very, very essential thing, and we are going to revive on this, right from business etiquettes to how to present yourself, how to even negotiate, what are the things when you are negotiating your fees. So these are the things which will be covered on the soft skills. Digital orientation of senior citizen. A lot of people who are senior citizens are finding themselves handicapped because they are not able to operate the payments, these requirements of current time. So we are going to have some courses for them. And we are also looking at short management skills to kind of upgrade the existing skills of our chartered accountants. We are in the talks with the Vilepale Keruni Mandal, and hopefully things will work out. Right, so what is this theme basically is? When knowledge is backed up by an appropriate skill and is provided on a certain platform by removing the encumbrances, you create an empowerment. And for that, you need to provide that ease. So basically, ease is nothing but excellence achieved by systemic empowerment. Now, you might be wondering, I've narrated a number of things. How are we going to achieve this? Well, it's very simple. I will just put that in one line. We visualize, we virtualize, we actualize, and we globalize. You can do the virtualization by creating some think tanks of each separate groups. We can see how it can be virtualized, how it can be then put into action by an action committee, and then we just go ahead with our social media and other things and we globalize it. So that's as easy as that. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings me to the last part of my speech. I started with giving an ode to this great institution. Let me also end my speech in the same context. BCAS is on the cusp of completing 75 years of its founding. The very fact that it has withstood the test of time shows its mettle and strength, while the profession is definitely going through very interesting times. It has created a genre of people who have become cynics. These are the naysayers. They feel that the profession is dead, and even institutions like BCAS has no further role to play. Well, I have an answer, a fitting reply by way of a poem to these cynics, the doomsday mongers. The title of the poem is क्या तुझे नहीं है ये पता? This is the poem which I've penned. I'll recite it for you. क्या तुझे नहीं है ये पता? जाना जहां है मंजिल कुछ दूर सी है, कठिन भले ही हो मुमकिन जरूर है, रास्ता बंजर है सफर मुश्किल है, साथ मिले या ना मिले जाना तो जरूरी है। हो सकता है गिरते बाजुओं से दम निकलने लगे, सिमटती हुई सांसों को अंधेरा लिपटने लगे, बुलंद हौसले कुछ टकमगाने से लगे, पर क्या याद नहीं रहेगा तुझे, पर क्या याद नहीं रहेगा तुझे कि जब जब हवा का रुख बदला है, जब जब चुनौतियों का बोझ बढ़ा है, बीसीए ने दिशा को ठीक पहचाना है, सफर को सही अंजाम दिया है। यकीन है मुझे आंसू उसका मुकद्दर नहीं, शिकस्त उसकी नियति नहीं, क्योंकि विश्वास उसकी नीम है, जीत उसकी जुस्तजू है ये पता? क्या तुम्हें नहीं है ये पता? इतना भी नहीं है ये पता? And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, every time I read this Churchill's quote, I cannot help but draw a comparison in the subject of his quote, King Alfred, the great warrior king of England, and BCAS. And with due apologies to Winston Churchill, I have substituted the name of King Alfred with BCAS. And here is that quote with which I will conclude my speech today. I quote, that sublime ability to rise above the whole force of circumstance, to remain unbiased by the extremes of victory and to persevere in the teeth of disaster and yet greet returning fortune with a cool eye, to have faith in its team despite repeated setbacks, raises BCAS far above the turmoils of tumultuous times it may have seen to its pinnacle of deathless glory. Unquote. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude my acceptance speech seeking your blessings and best wishes for the year ahead.